I stood at the heart of history, surrounded by the towering remnants of an ancient empire. The Colosseum in Rome, with its weathered stones and echoes of a bygone era, loomed above me like a silent sentinel. As a 25-year-old American tourist and YouTube content creator, the idea of spending a night in this iconic amphitheater was the culmination of a dream, a chance to capture the mystique and grandeur of the past for my audience. The sun dipped below the Roman skyline, casting long shadows across the ancient stones. I set up my camera, preparing to document every nuance of my overnight stay in the Colosseum. The anticipation hummed through the air as I greeted my viewers from around the world, a virtual audience eager to join me on this historical adventure. As the night descended, I marveled at the Colosseum's transformation. The moonlight bathed the ancient structure in an ethereal glow, and the shadows seemed to dance with the whispers of the past. I began my exploration, weaving through the arches and corridors, my footsteps echoing in the silence. The atmosphere inside the Colosseum held a tangible weight, an energy that seemed to vibrate with the echoes of ancient gladiatorial contests. I couldn't help but be swept away by the allure of history, imagining the roars of the crowd and the clash of swords that had once reverberated through these very stones. As the night deepened, I decided to set up my sleeping bag on the arena floor. The amphitheater, once a stage for gladiatorial combat, now became my temporary home. I positioned my camera to capture every moment, promising my viewers an intimate experience of spending a night in the heart of ancient Rome. That's when it began, an inexplicable shift in the atmosphere. The air seemed charged with an otherworldly energy, and a subtle chill traced its fingers down my spine. I dismissed it as the product of an overactive imagination, attributing the sensations to the mystique of the Colosseum itself. I settled into my sleeping bag, the camera still rolling to capture the night unfolding. As I closed my eyes, the air became alive with whispers, indistinct voices that seemed to murmur in a language lost to time. My surroundings transformed, and I found myself standing in the midst of a vision from the past. The Colosseum, vibrant with life, stretched out before me. The crowd roared with a fervor that transcended the centuries, and the arena floor was a battleground for gladiators clad in armor, their weapons gleaming in the sunlight. I stood frozen, a mere spectator to a spectacle. The air itself seemed to resonate with the emotions of the past, fear, excitement, and the raw brutality of a bygone era. In the midst of the spectral vision, I caught glimpses of faces contorted with determination, agony, and the ruthless indifference of the arena. The Colosseum, once a silent witness to these spectacles, now became a conduit for the spirits of those who had met their fate within its walls. As the night wore on, the visions reached a fever pitch. I found myself standing face to face with gladiators, their eyes reflecting a primal intensity that transcended the boundaries of time. The air pulsed with the weight of their unspoken stories, and the Colosseum became a living canvas for the tapestry of history. The specters seemed aware of my presence, their gaze piercing through the veil that separated our worlds. One gladiator, a towering figure with a stoic expression, approached me. Without uttering a word, he extended his hand, a gesture that beckoned me to join the spectral dance of the past. Hesitation gripped me, but the pull of history proved irresistible. As I reached out to touch the outstretched hand, the vision enveloped me. The arena became a vortex of sensations, sounds, smells, and the palpable tension of the gladiatorial contests. I felt the heat of the sun on my skin and the thunderous roars of the crowd reverberating through my very core. The experience was both mesmerizing and unsettling. I became a participant in a reality that had long faded into the annals of time. The gladiators, once apparitions, now regarded me as one of their own, a transient soul caught between the past and the present. As dawn approached, the visions began to wane. The Colosseum, bathed in the soft glow of morning light, returned to its silent slumber. The spirits of the past, their stories briefly shared with a transient visitor, retreated into the shadows from whence they came. I awoke on the arena floor, my sleeping bag tangled around me. The camera, still recording, bore witness to the night's spectral encounter. Eager to review the footage and share the haunting experience with my audience, I eagerly played back the recording. To my astonishment, the screen was blank. A void of darkness stared back at me, devoid of the visions and echoes that had unfolded within the Colosseum. The camera had captured nothing, a silent testament to the ephemeral nature of the spectral encounter. Confusion and disbelief washed over me. Had the visions been a figment of my imagination, a dream woven by the allure of history? I scrutinized the footage, hoping to salvage some trace of the haunting encounter, but the screen remained resolutely blank. The day wore on, and I grappled with the inexplicable void that had replaced the recorded visions. Doubt gnawed at the edges of my mind, and the line between reality and the supernatural blurred. Had I truly witnessed the echoes of Roman battles, or was it a trick played by the ancient stones that cradled the? Eager to find answers, I sought out historians and experts on the paranormal. Their explanations ranged from skepticism to acknowledgement of the Colosseum's reputation as a hotspot for supernatural phenomena. Some speculated that the spirits of gladiators, trapped in the cyclical memories of the arena, sought to communicate with the living. As I delved deeper into the mysteries of the Colosseum, I discovered accounts of other visitors who had experienced unexplainable encounters within its walls. Whispers of phantom crowds, the clang of invisible swords, and fleeting glimpses of apparitions had become woven into the fabric of the ancient amphitheater. The reality of my experience remained shrouded in uncertainty. The Colosseum, with its silent stones and enigmatic whispers, guarded its secrets with the stoicism of a bygone era. The camera, though incapable of capturing the spectral visions, bore witness to a night that defied explanation. And so, as I left the Colosseum behind, the haunting memories of that night lingered in the recesses of my mind. The ancient stones, bathed in the glow of the setting sun, seemed to hold the echoes of history, a history that transcended the boundaries of the tangible and the ethereal. The Colosseum, with its enigmatic allure, continued to stand as a testament to the passage of time and the mysteries that linger within its hallowed walls. The spectral encounter, though elusive in the recorded footage, became a story etched into the annals of my journey, an experience that blurred the lines between the present and the echoes of a Roman past that sought to be heard once more.